there guys, it's Kim George here, and I want to welcome you to a brand spanking new video. So in today's video, this is in partnership with Kittl, and I want to thank them so much for sponsoring this video. But in today's video, this is going to be the first part in a three-part series where I'm going to show you guys how to design a stationery set that is going to include a planner, a journal, and a notebook. Okay, and we're going to be using Kittl primarily to design our cover, and then I'm going to use some templates and then basically jazz up the templates and things to add to the stationery, and we're just going to go from there. So I'm pretty excited about this. So before we dive in, I'd love for you guys to like, share, subscribe, and comment, all of that good stuff. And for those of you that are interested in learning more about how to build a low content book empire by publishing different books like low content books, which are coloring books, planners, notebooks, journals, all that good stuff, over on Amazon, you can head over to check out From Publish to Profit. The link is going to be below. Also, for those of you that are interested in maybe just publishing and selling journals and want to learn more about that, I have an affordable membership that you can join. It's called the Journal Creators Collective. The link is going to be below for that. And then I also have some freebies as well that are available. One is going to be a swipe file and list of over 200 types of low content books that you can publish and sell. The link is going to be below for that. The other is going to be a free masterclass that talks about the framework that I use to make over 1K plus per month selling low content books on Amazon. And then lastly, the newsletter that I send out every week. It is the Passive Pursuits Digest that talks about different strategies and things that you can use to make passive income. So all of the links are going to be below on that, but let's go ahead and dive off into this video. So here again, guys, I'm pretty excited about this. We're going to be leveraging the power of AI to do this in Kittl. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you basically how we're going to bring everything together. So a really quick breakdown of what we're going to do over the course of 3 videos in the series is, again, I'm going to start with first designing a journal. All right. So I know that for this specific set of stationery, I want the journal, the planner, and the notebook to all be 6x9 in size. I want the interior for the journal to be around 100 to 120 pages. So with knowing that, what I have to do is I'm going to have to go over to the KDP cover calculator to figure out what my cover size needs to be. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there, and then we're going to get those dimensions, and then I'm going to hop over to Kittl to start the design process. Okay, so now I'm over at the KDP cover calculator. This is a free tool that you can use to calculate your cover sizes for the different covers that you're making for KDP. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and select the binding type, which is going to be paperback. The interior is going to be black and white. The paper type is going to be white paper. The reading direction is going to be from left to right. Measurement units is going to be inches. The interior size, or the trim size that I mentioned, is going to be 6x9. And then here again, the page count is 100. So I'm going to type that in, and then I'm going to click over here, and then I'm going to click where it says calculate dimensions. So this is going to tell me what my dimensions are for the cover. So you see here it's 12.475 by 9.25. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to copy this because these are the dimensions that I need to put into Kittl. Okay, so now that we have the dimensions that we need for the cover, it's time to pop on over to Kittl to put those dimensions into the platform so that we can start the design for the cover. So I have here 12.475. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over in Kittl and I'm going to do new project. And then I'm going to let this load. And then instead of using the presets and the POD presets and all of that, what I'm going to do is just put in my own dimensions. So first off, I want to make sure that the unit is changed from pixels into inches. And then here, I'm going to do the 12.475. And then for the height, we're going to do 9.25. And I'm just typing this in because when I tried to paste it, it didn't let me for some reason, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to do 12.475 and then 9.25. Now, another thing that we want to do is under DPI, we want to make sure we type in 300 because that's the highest, or one of the best that you can go to in the highest when you're doing print on demand for KDP. So we want to do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and click create. All right. Okay. So now this is the cover. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go here and I'm going to give this project a name. So I'm just going to do journal. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it saved it. So now what I want to do is I'm going to zoom this in. And whenever you're doing designs for KDP, guys, one thing that you have to remember is that the front part of the design is going to always be over to the right, and then the back part of the design and your cover is going to be to the left, okay? Now, I'm going to leverage and use the power of AI to do my design for me and to come up with some different designs for this specific journal. I've just been having a lot of fun with AI, and it's been really helping me come up with some really, really cool designs. Now, the person that I'm going to be targeting for this specific example is just going to be maybe a teen girl. And so I want to create something that I feel and believe would be that would cater to that specific audience. So I'm going to go over here to where it says Kittl AI. I'm going to click on that. And then what you want to do here is you basically just want to put in, you know, what kind of design and feel you're going for this specific design. So I'm going to go ahead and start typing a prompt in here to see what it's going to give me. So I'm going to do a floral doodle cute design with hearts and rainbows, I guess. Do hearts and other flowers. Okay, so let me just see what it comes up with. So I'm going to click generate image, and then I'm going to let AI come back with something, and I'm just going to see what it's going to give me. All right, so this is kind of cute, but I don't really like that. Floral doodle, let's do pattern. Let's do that. There we go. So you see how pretty that is, guys? So this is stunning. So I absolutely do love this. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save this as a PNG file to use this for the other products that we're going to be designing. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I think this is gorgeous. So that's just the prompt that I put in, and it gave me exactly what I was looking for, okay, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out all the way to the max here, move this, and I'm just going to stretch this, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous for a young girl. I think she would enjoy this kind of pattern. I think this is beautiful. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to save this as a download, just to have as my pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and download this, and I'm going to download this as a PNG. All right, and then I'm going to, let's see, download, because I want to save this somewhere as a PNG. All right, so there's that. Okay, so now that I have the really gorgeous, gorgeous pattern here that I really absolutely love, boy, this came out great, is now I want to add a really cute banner or some kind of label of sorts to add to the cover so that people will know that this is a journal, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on over to where it says elements, and then I'm going to go down to the banner section and then also the badges, but I think badges is probably going to work a little bit better. So I'm going to go to badges, and then I'm going to click to show all, because I want to add something on here that is going to, that I can add some text to. So what you can do is you can kind of scroll through here, guys, and look at all the different cute little banners and things that they have in here and the badges that they have, and figure out, you know, which one you want to apply to your design. Or plain. Okay, so I found something that I feel like will work for this specific design. I think this is really simple, but it's cute and it's pretty. And it actually has some of the colors and stuff already in it that I could potentially use for this design. Now, the one thing that I forgot to mention that I should have done is I do need to download and I need to upload the template in here to make sure that everything is straight and within the lines and things like that as I'm designing this cover. So let's go ahead and do that, because I think this is a little too big. Right, so I'm going to go back over to KDP Cover Calculator, and where you can get the template from is just underneath this section. Just click on Download Template, and then you will have to unzip this. And what I'm looking for is going to be the PNG file so that I can put it on here to make sure that everything is in line. All right, so, all right, great. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this template into here to make sure that everything is in line. Okay, so I'm going to go to where it says, and I forgot to show you guys, but I'm going to go over here to where it says projects, and then I'm going to go to, no, sorry, uploads, and then I'm going to go to upload PNG, and so I'm going to desktop, and then this is the template right here. Okay, so I'm going to pop this template over here. And then what I want to do is I want to stretch this all the way out because I want to make sure again that everything is in line and that we're going to be good to go with this design. So I'm going to just drag this all the way out over here. Okay, so this is my template for the cover, right? Okay, so now that the template has been added onto this, what I want to do now is adjust the transparency. So I'm going to go over here where it says image settings, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity. So you see that? So it's showing you basically how everything is set up. So you can see that this is not as centered for the badge. So I want to bring this over just a little bit here, and I want to make sure that this is centered. This is something that you're going to have to kind of eye. All right. But there you go. So I can see now that this is pretty centered. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to delete this off of the design. And then now we can go ahead and add some cute text in here and dress this up a little bit more. So I'm going to go over to text and I'm just going to find a cute little text design in here that I can add. I actually do like this one. So I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to decrease this here, which I think this is really cute. And then what I want to do is find a different font to use in here. Even though I think this is cute, I kind of want this to be something else and look a little bit different and kind of cater more to the teen kind of audience. So I found a font earlier that I liked, and it's called Adventurer. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go to Adventurer. There you go. Okay, so I like this font a lot better. And so now what I can do is just add my text in here. I'm going to double click my daily journal for writing, and this is just some basic kind of text. Okay, and so what I can do is I can actually remove this. I'm going to ungroup. Let's see. And then I'm going to take this off. All right, so I can, oops, I don't want to do that. All right. So this is my daily journal for writing, and then I can make this font here a little bit bigger. Okay, and so then what I can do is if I want to, I can actually change the color. So if I want to do that, I can just click on this. I can come over to the color picker, and then I can just get one of the colors out of here. I don't like that, so I'm gonna choose something else. I like the blue, so I can actually use the blue color. So it saved it in here, and then I can just use that. Or I can use pink. I actually could have used that, but either way, I think this is super cute. Okay. Now, the last thing that I would probably do to kind of dress this up a little bit more is I would probably add a little decorative border or an edge to the journal to kind of give it a little bit more spice. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to elements here. I'm going to go to basic shapes, and then I'm just going to resize this down right here. And I'm going to add this as a border to the journal. And here again, I am going to have to use that template to really let me know kind of, you know, where things are. So I'm going to minimize this. All right. And so this is basically just adding a border. I think this is it right here because it stopped right there. And I think this is it. So I'm going to change this to the dark blue, which I think that looks really pretty. And then I can make this thicker if I want to. Okay. All right. And so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to uploads. And then I'm going to pop this back over in here, which is my template, because I want to make sure that everything is in line. All right. So I'm going to stretch this out. And then I'm going to go back to opacity, and I can see that my spine is way off. So that is what we do this for. So what I can do is bring this down a bit, and then I can bring this over so you can see that this is lined up now, and that's going to look perfect. All right. Delete. Perfect. So this is really, really a cute little journal here that is super cute. So I'm done with the cover design. Now we're going to do the interior. Now I'm going to go ahead once I'm finished, and I want to download this, and I want to download this as a PDF file, 300 DPI. All right. Everything else is right. So we're going to just download this, and I want to take a look and just see how this looks. Okay, perfect. So this is my cover for my cute journal that I'm going to publish on KDP. Okay, so now that we have the cover designed for the journal for teen girls, what I'm going to do is show you really quickly how to leverage the power and use the power of templates to create your interiors. Now, I am using an interior from the Journal Creators Collective. That is a membership that I have. So we're going to use that. But if you don't, there's places like Creative Fabrica that has interiors that you can use, or you can create your own interiors. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and use something that I already have. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a copy of this specific journal interior to start making some changes to it. So I'm going to rename this, and then I'm just going to do okay, great. And this is a test, so I'm going to okay, great. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to definitely start changing up the look and feel of this journal to make it more appropriate for teen girls. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ungroup everything. And I'm going to start removing, just remove the flower, and then I'm going to remove the border because I want to put something else here. The next thing I'm also going to do, and another thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to hover over all of the text to group this because I want to change this to a different font. Okay. All right. So first things first is I actually am going to put a border around the journal to really just make it a little bit more lively. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to search for doodle pattern to find something. And I'm going to do see all. And then I'm going to make sure that I have free because I want to only use free stuff. All right, so let's see if we can find anything in here that we could potentially use. Or maybe I can even use something like this. All right, so I'm going to just use this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do this. And let's see, I'm going to bring this out some more. Okay, then I'm going to double click and I'm going to kind of bring this in. All right, so I'm going to go to position and I'm going to send this back. Is this back already? I think it is already back. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shape over this to kind of make this fade into the background. So I'm going to go to where it says projects. Not projects, I'm going to go to elements, and then I'm going to go to shapes, and I'm going to use this shape here. So I'm going to put this over here, bring this all the way up, all the way over, all the way over, and then bring this down. Okay, great. So now I'm going to go ahead and select white. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a border around this. A plain border, and there you go. Okay, and then what I can do to kind of make this not as harsh is I can actually reduce the transparency in it to kind of make it a gray or something like that. All right, cool. So I think that looks kind of cute there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change up the font. Now I found a font to use, and that font is called, I wrote it down, it's called Little Summer. And so I'm going to apply that to this journal because I think that looks closer to what we have. And then I'm going to just use that on all of the sections. So Little Summer, and then Little Summer. Okay, and I'm going to take the spaces out. All right, so I'm going to ungroup. And then I'll make this bigger. Okay. And what I probably can do is go to effects and maybe curve this text a little bit to give it just, to make it a little bit more fun. And there we go. So I'm going to lock this, and I'm going to bring this down, and I'm actually going to make this a little bit bigger here. Yeah, I think that looks better already. Okay, cool. There we go. All right, so now what I want to do is I'm going to hover over all of the text. I'm going to group it. I'm going to bring it up, and then I want to put an icon or something here. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do doodle, and then I'll do flowers or something like that. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to free, and then I'll just find a flower. Oops. Well, that works. I wasn't trying to even select that, guys, but this works. So we'll just do that. And then maybe I can just do 3, something like that. I'm actually going to just do 1. Keep it simple. Position, center, position. Okay, cool. All right, so there we go. So that's the front page of the journal. So now I'm going to remove this. I'm going to use the same flower to keep everything consistent. And then I'm going to change this font from Century Gothic to the little summer font. All right, and there we go. Okay, and then what I could do is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put this here on the second page. And then I'm going to position backwards. I can bring this down just a tad, just a little. Yep. All right, so there's that. And then the copyright page, I'm just going to, again, keeping everything consistent, change that to the new font that we've used. And then I can use Montserrat for this font. That's one of my favorites, so I'll use that. And then also I can use it up here as well. Okay, Montserrat. Boom. All right. And then last but not least is going to be the actual interior of the journal. Now for young girls and for teenage girls, I actually like for their journals to have a little bit more space. So I'm gonna make this space just a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna actually highlight all of this and then I'm gonna delete this and then I'm just gonna bring this down just a tad bit. All right. Actually, I'll do it about there. And then what I can do is I can actually go here. I can group and then I can go to position and then I can, I was trying to look for tidy up, but it looks like it already is. So now what I can do is I can copy this and then I can paste this here. And then I can paste it one more time until we get to the bottom here, right? And so then I can ungroup this. I'm sorry I'm going fast, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna keep that. And then I can just group everything together, go to position, and it looks like everything is straightened out. All right, cool. Now what I want to do is I want to bring this in just a tad bit on the sides. And then I do want to add the same border that we have up top on that page. So the easiest thing to do is just to copy the background here. And then I'm going to paste this here. And I'm going to position backward. Should be backward. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did up top, right? So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to bring this down here to the actual journaling page. I'm going to paste, and then I'm going to position backward. Okay, cool. So I might have to bring this in a little bit more because there's not enough space. I can bring this over. There you go. Okay, actually I think that looks pretty busy, so let me use something different here. So I'll just use this. All right, so I'm going to drag this out. And then I'm going to drag this all the way out. Like that. And then position backwards. Go all the way back. And there you go. And then I can double click, so bring in all of the edges here. And then there you go. And that's cute. All right. And so the last thing that you can do if you want to is you can add like a little prompt here or a quote. So we can do got this. All right. We're going to make sure it's something that's free to use. So I can just put that here. And there you go. All right, so now that I'm done with that, what I want to do is I want to copy this all the way through. Okay guys, so I'm finally finished with adding the rest of the pages in here. And as you can see, this is what it looks like over in the grid view over in Canva. So once you're done with making all of the changes and things like that that you want to make to your designs, then what you're going to do is come over to share, and then I'm going to download this. I'm going to make sure it's a PDF print, and I'm going to make sure it's all pages and CMYK for professional printing, and then I'm just going to click download. Now over in your Amazon KDP account, what you will have to do is upload these files separately, the cover for the cover and then the interior file of course, for the interior. I have another video that walks you through how to do all of that, but I just wanted to take you guys through and show you, what the interior looks like. And I think this is really cute, right? It's kind of cute. All right, so we now have our interior file, and then we've also designed our beautiful cover. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this in the first stage of creating a stationery set that you can sell on KDP. So we've designed the journal. The next video is going to be the planner, and then the last video is going to be the notebook. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you in the second video in this series. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.